Hello friends, now we are studying differential protection. Basically, if we want to protect any equipment, then we will use two exactly same identical CT that have the same CT ratio of, you can be anything, you can take anything. I am taking 100 by 5, 100 by 5, and here it is connected through pilot wire. This is called as pilot wire. So basically we will take one moving plunger type relay. Basically this is restraining coil, this is operating coil. So what we will do, in this coil, the difference of current, you can see from here with the CT ratio, here the current I1 will come and here current I2 will come, and initially you will look, it is 5 ampere and it is also 5 ampere. So what you can see here, if there is simply without any fault no current in this operating coil, means in general the current in this operating coil is equal to I1 minus I2, and that will be equal to 0. You can see here in this branch the difference between I1 and I2 will flow, and without any kind of fault in the equipment we are protecting, this current will be 0. But what happens when the fault occurs? So let us assume, let us give one fault occur. So let us assume in this way the 1000 ampere current is flowing and here 0 ampere current is flowing, because when the fault occurs the fault value increase, so it will increase, and here the short circuited fault, then there will be no current in this city. So what will happen here, the current will generate, that is 50 ampere, and here in this branch the I2 will be equal to 0 this time. So this time the difference will be I1 minus I2 will be equal to 50 minus 0, that is 50 ampere. So there will be current in operating coil, and when the current will be flowing in operating coil, this will exert a torque upside and this circuit breaker will separate. So this is the phenomena of differential protection. Basically what we are doing is we are setting in such a way that if any kind of current flow this in operating coil, this circuit breaker, the moving contact of circuit breaker will apart. So this is the basic idea of differential protection. So and it is very good. What happened when fault outside? What happened when fault outside? When fault outside, then you can see here, let us say 1000 ampere in here and 1000 ampere is here. We are not considering this a fault, we are not considering this fault. Outside the fault we are considering, then you can see 1000 ampere current is here flowing and 1000 ampere current is here flowing. So here it will be also 50 ampere. So now the difference of current will be equal to 0. Means if any fault occurs in between these two relay, then the relay will operate. Then if any kind of fault occur outside this relay, then this relay will not operate, means the moving contact of circuit breaker will not separate. So this is the basic idea of differential protection, but we have to face few difficulties also. So difficulties of differential protection. So guys, you can see difficulties of differential protection. Let us assume this winding, if 2 CT ratio means we should have 4 winding, and if let us assume on the maker's point, if any of the winding number of turns will misplace, then this relay will operate without even happening the fault in system to be protected, equipment to be protected. So this is the major drawback. We had to be very specific on the turn ratio of this CT, otherwise malfunction will happen definitely. So this is the first difficulty. Now second problem is the problem of core saturation. The problem of core saturation. Core saturation. So you all guys know that the core used to get saturated. So let us assume we have two CT. Though these two cities are made of same material, but it cannot have exactly identical saturation level, because you know the process when the metal used to melt and then the analyzation has been come. So if any different temperature occur, then at any different temperature this will be cooled, then any kind of difference in temperature will lead to the saturation level of this relay. So this is the drawback basically. So let us assume this used to get as 995 ampere saturated, and this used to get at 100 ampere saturated. And let us assume a fault outside this zone, outside this relay. Then what happened? This will produce according to this saturation level of 995, and this will produce as 1000 ampere. So there will be difference of current, so that malfunctioning of relay can be possible. So these two are major drawback for the differential protection. For that we are going to study percentage bias differential protection. So here it is all about the differential protection. Thank you.